Hi, welcome. So today's video will be a gentle yoga flow. So it's a vinyasa and basically for beginners. So we're not going to be doing anything too crazy. So let's get started. I always like to start in easy pose, so with your legs just crossed like this. But you can sit however you want. If you maybe it's comfortable to have your legs out or crossed like halfway. Just find a position that's comfortable for you. And I always like to start a few moments to ground yourself. Just deep breaths in and out. Keep lengthening through the spine. And just appreciate wherever you are today. And any thoughts or frustrations or emotions that come up, just let it pass. Just focusing on here and now. This is your practice. And especially if you're new to yoga, I would invite you to not have any expectations. Just appreciate for what your body can do for you today. And whether that's going to be in a full split, whether you're halfway, it's all good. Alright, let's slowly warm up. So during the workout I'll be changing positions, so you can see me on camera, but of course you don't have to. Also I practice on the floor, but if you feel more comfortable with the mat or like carpet, that's fine too, of course. So let's slowly circle the hitch. And you can go your own tempo here. Keep relaxing to the shoulders. And same thing to the other side. So everything we will always do on the left side and the right side, obviously, and the number of rounds will always be an even number. So don't worry about choosing which leg or which side first. Just make sure you switch to the next round. From here, I'm slowly. Let's walking our hands forward. So you don't need to go deep. Keeping the back neutral. So as soon as you notice you're going to arch, try to keep opening the shoulders. And if you want, you can walk your hands a little further. Alright, let's come back up. Stretching side to side. So like a small side bend. Keep opening the chest and imagine there's a tennis ball between your shoulder and ear. So I'm not like hunching forward. Just keep opening. And same thing to the other side. So you feel a light stretch on the side. And back to neutral position. Then interlace our fingers behind your back. I'll show you from the other side. We're going like this. And from here you can open your chest. So your hands can be either on your back, or if you have the flexibility you can go a little bit further. And release. Okay, let's go to all fours. Hands on the shoulders, knees on the hips. And from here we're going to catch stretch. Go to cow. Pressing the shoulders down and away from the earth. One more time. Cat stretch. And go to cow. Going back to neutral position. Warming up the wrists. So you're going to make small circles. You don't need to go fast. Keep pressing your palms in the floor. And same thing to the other side. Alright, from here, one leg goes out, straight up, holding it. So try keeping the hips in place, so you're not rotating out. And go to the other side. Back to our first side. This time we're gonna add the opposite arm. So go back to your first leg and add the opposite arm. Try to keep it one line. And switching side again. Just warming up through the core. One more time on both sides. So your last variation, again, opposite arm, opposite leg. From here, make a small rotation. Back to neutral. And last time on the other side. Going back to neutral, hands down. From here you can sit to the back in child's pose. So you can either rest your hip on the floor, or keep it up, whatever is more comfortable to you. And if you want, you can walk the hands a little bit more forward for a deeper stretch. Alright, from here, tucking the toes under. Exhale, go to a first down dog. Pushing the floor away. So you're kind of in an upside down triangle. And if you want, you can walk the feet. And if you feel very tight in the calf muscles, optional here is to bend the knees, but still keeping pressing away. So kind of lifting the heels off the floor. From here, let's walk the hands slowly to your feet. And then we slowly rise up. Arms go up too for mountain pose. Keeping the shoulders down. making a small big bend. You don't need to go far, it's a light stretch. Arms falling back to the big. Exhale, going halfway down like a tabletop. So depending on your flexibility, you might be here, you might be here. But again, as soon as you notice you need to arch the big or roll the shoulders to compensate, then I would suggest you go a little bit higher. Exhale all the way down, forward fold. Stepping back and down dog. One leg sweeps forward, going for a low lunge. So placing the feet outside of your hands. Other knee can be on the floor. Reaching the arm up towards the knee for a close twist. Folding your arm, opening the chest. And same thing to the other side. So now it's an open twist. And bring it back down. Exhale, back to down dog. Same thing to the other leg. Sweeping forward. Knee can be on the floor. Starting with a close twist. And open twist. Keep breathing. Back to neutral. Exhale, down dog. Take a few deep breaths here. Now let's roll forward to high plank position. Hands on the shoulders, keeping the body one straight line. Going down, keeping the elbows tucked in. The spine is neutral. Lowering down to cobra. And stretching up. Keep pressing the shoulders away from the ears. Tuck the toes under, exhale, down dog. Walking the hands again to the feet. Inhale, going up, back to the big bend. Maybe second time around, you can go a little farther. Exhale, halfway down. So you go through the same routine a little faster. Exhale all the way down. Stepping in, down dog. Going back to your first leg, sweeping over, high lunge position this time. So my knees off the floor. Close twist, follow your arm. And open twist. Back to neutral, exhale, down dog. Other leg goes forward. High lunge. Make sure to keep switching sides. close twist. And open. Hands down, exhale, down dog. Rolling forward to high plank. Now again, make sure your body goes down a straight line. Don't do this wide away. You first go down a straight line, and then you go for curl. From here, keep your knees on the floor. Go a little bit closer to the camera. Exhale, child's pose. So this time wide like a child's pose. So keeping the knees a little bit outside for deeper hip stretch. And again, you can rest your head on the floor. Tucking the toes under, exhale, down dog. And one leg steps forward. This time, upper body comes up for warrior one. I'll move myself a little so you can. And hands swift to the back and forward. So shifting the other side too. Resetting the legs for warrior two. So arms straight, keeping one leg bent, other straight. Alright, place foot next to each other. Exhale, arms up. Big bend, a little deeper. Exhale, halfway down. And all the way down. Forward, forward. Stepping back into down dog. Same sequence to the other side. Other leg goes forward. Rise up to right one. Keep lengthening. Deep breaths in and out. Sweeping the arms to the beak. Nice shoulder roll. Inch forward. So keeping the elbows long. So don't bend in the elbows. Keep it long. And from here, we switch to warrior two. So I'll change around so you can see me. You can just stay wherever you are. Stepping the leg back in. Now interlacing the fingers again to the back like this. Opening the chest. Opening through the heart space. So you can either have your arms just against your back, or if you feel you have more room, you can go slowly, bring them a little bit to the back. And release. From here, stretching your arms out, and up. again, keeping your fingers up. Go sitting down in chair pose. So you don't need to go necessarily deep in here. As soon as you notice either the arms fall forward, or you're bending the elbows, or you have to round your shoulders, you have to go a little bit higher. Coming back up. Again, interlacing your fingers behind your beak. This time you're gonna rise on the toes. Squeezing in the glutes, find that balance. And it's okay to shake a little. And if you want to get your arms to the back. Last time, nose down. And sitting down in chest. Now from here we're going to first bring the arms down. And from this position, rise on the toes. This is your last time. And release. If you want, you can shake it off a little bit. Let's come back down to the floor. So we're going back to wide-legged child's pose. So my knees are a little bit turning out. From here, you're just going to sit. You're going to sit on your bum. One leg goes out for inner thigh stretch. So wherever you are on your journey, you can either have your hands on the floor, or if you do want a deeper stretch, you can have your elbows on the floor. If possible, keeping the whole foot on the floor for ankle mobility too. And changing to the other side. Alright, let's go with 2 legs. So hands in the floor, both legs going to the side. Okay, you don't need to go deep, you can go halfway. And from here you slowly slide to the back, ending up in a V shape, like so. Very important here to keep pressing the knees on the floor. Rotation coming from the hip. So I'm going to turn around so you can see the sides. You don't need to turn, but so you can see me on camera. So again, keep lengthening through the spine. Don't over-arch the back. Of course we all have a neutral arch in the back, but with keeping the back straight, I just mean, keep the neutral position. From here, reaching the arms up like a V shape. Turn a little bit again so you can see. And from here, you're going a little bit forward. You don't need to go far. So I'm going to show you from the side. And back to neutral. Swing the arms to the back, just like we did standing pose. And the arms can be just resting on your back, or if you have the room, you can have it a little bit farther. So this position with the arms also force your back to lengthen and to not hunch forward. Keeping opening the shoulders. From here, again, slowly move a little bit. You're gonna feel a little bit deeper stretch. And back up. And release. From here we go side to side. Just like with standing. Opening. So your hands can be just resting on the floor. And if you feel you have more space, you can go on your elbow. Important though to keep both sit bones on the floor. Exhale, going to the other side. So when you go to the side, you might feel a little bit deeper stretch on whatever side you're going through, also lengthening the side. And back to neutral position. Let's go a little faster. Back to your first side. Second time around usually goes easier as your muscles getting warm. Exhale, other side. Back to neutral. And last time we go forward. Gonna walk hands forward. And again, as soon as you notice, you have to hang in your shoulders. Just go a little bit less deep. Remember, you're not here for the Instagram post. This is your practice, your moment. Go whatever position. It can feel slightly uncomfortable, of course, but just like with weightlifting, it will be uncomfortable. You'll feel your muscles, but it should not hurt. And if you have the room, you can have your elbows on the floor. So often we have got a lot of tension in the hips. On each exhale, try to let a bit of that tension go. And if you want, you can even walk more forward, or optional, of course. Let's take our last few breaths here. Alright, slowly walking the hands back up. And my advice here is to slowly close the legs, especially if you're doing this stretch for the first time. It will hurt a little bit if you go back. So just take your time to bring the legs back. And I always like to kind of just shake it off. Shake it off. So the next one's probably going to feel very good right now. So just simply going to cross one leg out over the other and rotate to the other side. Again, keep the spine long. So maybe your hands can be here. Maybe it's on the floor. Again, keeping both sit bones on the floor too. And switch position, please. So for me, it always helps to kind of look over your shoulder. It forces you to rotate more. And going back to neutral position. Strengthening both legs out. So kind of like an L shape. From here, you can lay down, but we're going in a controlled manner, of course. Don't plummet down. So hands can be in front of your chest. You can just have them here. Slowly going down. Resist gravity. Now we lay down. And just relax. Let everything go. Deep breaths in and out. From here again. Keeping the legs together, we're going to do a sit-up. Don't swing the arms. Again, the hands can be on the chest, they can be in front, they can be anywhere besides swinging or on your legs. Exhale, slowly coming up. And from here, you're going a little bit to the front. And just like with a straddle stretch, as soon as you're noticing an overarch, just go a little bit less deep. Optional here is to keep the hands on the floor. So on this one, don't think about necessarily have to touch your toes. Think more about moving your chest to the floor. Let's do this one more time. Going to the back in a controlled manner. And relax, lay everything down. Taking a few breaths. And let's go back to work. Back to the sit-up. Exhale, maybe second time around you want to go a little farther. Just playing around. And just find a point of slightly uncomfortableness. And from there I would invite you to go like maybe 1 inch further. But as always, don't force it. Just with stretching, it's better to be consistent. This video happens to be a little bit longer, but even if you do like a 5-minute to 10 minute morning stretch, you will notice improvement way faster rather than doing 1 time a week, 2 hours. Last time, going to the back slowly. Let everything go. So you notice the difference in your body when you're having the muscles tense, when you're working, then just loosening it up, letting everything go. Last time coming up. Some core work in there too. Going back to forward fold, and here we're going to hold this position a little bit longer. So you can either stay here if this is your max, this is your max. If you feel like you don't have enough, you can always walk a little bit more forward. Now keep relaxing the legs, relax the shoulders. Just deep breaths. Exhale, maybe walk an inch more. And we're holding it here a little bit longer. Coming back up. And again, if you want to shake out the legs. From here, let's turn around to our belly. You can just lay down. So for me, more comfortable to kind of rest your head on your arms. And just relax. Imagining you on the beach. From here, picking one leg, or the ankle I should say. Keeping the legs together though. So I'm not moving to the side. Keeping the legs parallel. Same thing to the other side. So switching the legs. And imagine you're in a very narrow hallway. And going back to the first side for the last round. You can either stay here, optional is to lift the leg off the front a little bit. But again, make sure it's in one line. So don't go to the side. On this one, you're going to feel the stretch a little bit deeper. Also opening through the shoulder. And switching side. And you can always just stay down. If you want to, the optional to go a little bit up. Deep breath, relaxing through the stretch, and lower it down. From here, pressing the elbows in the floor for swing pose. Again, keeping the shoulders down, don't hang. Imagining you're reading a book. Alright, walk the hands up. Exhale to chest. So we have one more pose, and then we're going into relaxation. Last few breaths here. And then please coming on your knees. Just simply sit on your knees. From here, just like in the warm-up, stretching to the side. So you can placing one hand on your side and then just stretching to the side. So very important here, you kind of make a C shape. So it's not just this, it's like a C. As in the letter C. Exhale, other side. Now we're going to the back. Again, I'll just turn around so you guys can see on camera. Placing one hand on the side and move a little small big bend. So kind of diagonally. So you're not going straight back, but kind of towards your elbow basically. Exhale to the other side. And if you want, optional here, for both arms. Arms fall into the back, interlacing fingers. And back to neutral position. Just like we did in the warm-up. Stretching it out here. Placing the hands down. Exhale for your last child's pose of the day. From here we go to add the shoulder stretch. So one arm goes through. Same thing to the other side. Switching side, please. And release. So now just a little relaxation. So just find a position that's comfortable for you. Maybe you just want to lay down. Maybe you'll feel more comfortable with just the legs straight. Maybe you want to go for easy pose. Just find whatever way is comfortable for you. But if you're sitting, you can keep lengthening through the spine. And just take a moment to again ground yourself. This is your moment. Soften your eye gaze. You may want to close your eyes, you may want to have them open. And from here, just notice how your body is feeling. You can do just a body check from head to toe. And maybe some body parts now feel a little bit looser, a little bit warmer. Or you might feel still some tension, maybe even some pain. And on each exhale, slowly lowering the heart rate and letting go whatever is tense. Of course, when it's really painful, you might want to change your position. And also checking in how you feel mentally. How did you feel before the practice? Maybe you were very stressed. Maybe you had a long day. Maybe you're just doing this after waking up. Maybe you felt frustrating through some poses. Maybe if this was your first time, then of course there's nothing too much to compare to. But whatever you're feeling, it's all good. Just let it pass, just notice it. Try not to judge it. We often, either consciously or unconsciously, tend to have a lot of expectations about what yoga is or what it should look like, especially social media. Not saying that social media is a bad thing necessarily. I think it's a great thing. You can meet new people. It's very inspirational, motivational. But don't use it to compare and put yourself down. If you want to compare you versus you. Because this is your practice, your body. And depending where you're coming from, also depending on the weather, some days it goes more easy. In other parts of your body you may be very tired. It's all good. And if this was your first yoga practice, I'm so grateful to be the first teacher. And I really invite you to come big. Sometimes the first time can feel a little bit frustrating or new, uncomfortable. But no, there's so many different types of yoga. And again, doesn't matter how you look, it doesn't matter how long you practice. This was a gentle yoga flow, but the asana, but the poses, what we do, it's only one part of yoga. Yoga, it's not just an exercise, it's a practice. So for now I won't go too deep in it. I might make another video later if you guys are interested. For now, let's finish off. I'll just give you guys a few moments of silence for yourself. Just deep breaths. Alright, if you're ready, slowly come back to it. And just notice how your breath is feeling. And for the record, this was only 1 minute. So it might be helpful to reflect. How was it to just sit for it was only 1 minute. It can feel very short, very long. But sometimes we tend to keep going, doing stuff. And of course we're busy, we have work, kids, family, obligations. But are you also able to just sit without overthinking, without judging, without thinking about your to-do list, without distractions? Can you be, and even if you would have distractions, right now I'm in a pretty quiet studio, but can you just be in your mind? Can you allow yourself to just be with you and also give yourself that time? Alright, finishing up here. Gonna face you guys again. And just whatever feels good, you can kind of twist around. Slowly move your body. Maybe you want to shake the legs out. Maybe you want to roll the neck. Again, whatever feels good. And from here I say thank you so much for joining me. If you have any feedback on the video, please let me know in the comments. Again, this was only one type, one yoga flow. There's so many different styles in yoga. You also have like the more power yoga. You have there's yin, there's hatha yoga, there's so many different variations, and I'll definitely be posting also other types of yoga. Maybe some not necessarily yoga but stretching videos. So yeah, please let me know what you guys want, what you didn't like, because then I can adjust. So again, thank you so much for joining. I wish you a great day, great night wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you in the next video hopefully. Take care.